Police discover a military training camp or training base in Mpumalanga. Police last week uncovered a Mexican 2 billion plus drug manufacturing plant somewhere in Limpopo and arrests were made. Police always hear of some gangster underworld killings in places like Cape Town, Bulgarian mafia, Russian mafia. You can go on and on and on and on. That is exactly where we are now as South Africans, where they are now labeling us as the crime capital of the world. The whole world is now here to use us as a nest to hide their crimes that they commit, whether it's human trafficking, whether it's drugs, whether it's guns, whether it's mafia, whether it's the construction mafia, whether it's the, you name it, it's happening in South Africa. You've heard of shows like Abosi Zoktola, where they can't even perform any drug busts anymore, and they've said things along the lines of, some of these police brigadiers or police leaders are all in bed and taking instructions from politicians who are also in bed with all these criminals. What does that say about our country? What does that say about you and I? And there's also all these conspiracy theories of people that have taken over our country, including our Spaza shops. You never know if it's just only for business or if it's politically motivated. You've also heard of rumors of ISIS training camps in South Africa, or those types of terrorist organizations using South Africa as their safe haven. Conspiracy theories about Spaza shops now being run by people that come from all sorts of different places all over the world. It has even gotten to a point where apparently now as a South African, you can't just open a Spaza shop. Apparently you now get threatened. You get threatened with these bullets are for you. If we find this Spaza shop still open in a month's time, your life and that of your family is in danger. Imagine. Amanye amagama basithathela ikasi lethu ngenkani, basiqhwaga, bakungandela kasi ya rona ka force, ka kgang. And there's nothing we can do about it. Whether you go to all the different cities all over the country, there are some sections of these towns in South Africa that have been taken over. South Africans are under siege. Do we have the law? Do we have the police force? Are we going to be able to reverse what's happening to us as Africans? Mntomnyama, uyabona kwenzakalani ezweni lenu? Mntomnyama, uyabona kwenzakalani ezweni lakho? Mntomnyama, uzokwenzani ngalokho? Uzoqhubeka ukhale na noma uzokwenza umehluko othile? And what is that mehluko? Are you going to protest? Are you going to elect a new leadership, vote for a different political party? What are you going to do, and what is it that is going to bring about change of you losing your country in front of your own eyes? And yes, we're a very peace, quiet and a-loving people, but yet the world tried to paint us as xenophobic, which is very, very unfair. I've traveled all over the world. I've traveled a lot of African countries, and I can tell you that South Africans are the most amazing people. And I beg to differ when they say South Africans are xenophobic, because I refuse. We are not xenophobic. We are the children of God. We are so kind, so much so that that's the reason why our entire country has got everybody from all over the world. Some of them who are here illegally and who are criminals, they get to perform criminal deeds by taking advantage of the laws of our country and our weak justice or police system. Because we are kind, because silungile. But until how long, sizolunga kanje? Until how long we are going to continue watching what is happening in our country to continue to happen? Will future generations still be proud that their country is safe and it is still for them? Yes, we belong in the bigger picture of the entire African continent, which is a big continent, which is the youngest continent in the world. And we are all Africans, and I totally agree with that. Kodwa okwenzakalayo sithule na. Kodwa okwenzakalayo sikhulume nobani, sipayise kubani na, senze ntoni na, sivotele bani na. Ubani ozosihola ukuthi siphume kule inkinga esikuzo. Ubani ozoshintsha imithetho ukuthi imithetho ingafavor igebengu. Ukuthi noma igebengu zenza ububi zitholwe zivalelwe ematolongweni, emajele. Who's going to make all of that change? And that is food for thought. You do the dishes, my South African brothers and sisters. And shout out to everybody else who lives in the continent. If you're African, I love you. If you're in the diaspora, I love you. As long as you look like I look like you. And we're the children of God. We are highly blessed and peaceful. We are amazing. We're great. And we are so awesome. But I am concerned about my country. What are your thoughts? What do you have to say? What are your opinions? Let us meet in the comment section. Danko.